Hello everyone, I am Tacit and welcome to the Gems of War. What is this? Campaign 20, week 3, day 5. So today, biggest thing, we got Bounty Hunter. We got Bounty Hunter with this new orc. I forget if he does anything good, though most Bounty Hunter troops, he'll be used this week and never touched again. He deals some damage to 2 random enemies boosted by skulls at a boost ratio that is way too small to do anything. Even at 1-to-1, I am pretty sure that will never get used. It's also not true damage, and the entirety of teams like this generally go all in true damage, so unfortunately, yeah, he's not going to get used. He's not good enough to be used on skull teams because all he gets is enraged when an enemy dies. So yeah, he'll be used this week and then never again. With that being said, we will get him almost fully upgraded and pretty much finish out all Bounty Hunter tonight. That's pretty much the game plan. A lot of Bounty Hunter tonight. Should be able to get a good majority of it in. We're even going to go for the tier 5, which I think we only need to upgrade them once. And it should give us enough to finish most of it tonight. I think we're like, what, 30k short by the end of this? Somewhere around there. But we should be able to get most of it in right now. And I'll just kind of clear out a few of the other events, just kind of poking at them. Any that we've been slacking on this week. We've been keeping up with most things. I've been skipping a few of the PvP dailies, though. But beyond that, we've been pretty much keeping up on everything. Anyways, let's go get this guy ascended. Oops, I just lost him. Where'd he go? No! Where'd he go? Come back! Oh yeah, also I just realized we don't have face cam, do we? Here we are, little corner face. Hello everyone. Hello, hello. Hello. Hello! Where are we? Bounty Hunter troop, where is he? Orc something, where is he? Oh wait, that isn't his name, never mind. Where is he then? There he is. The Tusk Raider. Alright, let me go and get him fully maxed out so we can get that full bonus from him. And be good to go. Alright, get the orb on him, get a level up on him. And that should be everything. And we're going to be running a 3 quick kill method. Actually, our team should already be saved. I believe it saves it every single week lately. So all we have to do is remove the Sparrow Knight and insert the Tusk, whatever his name is, Raider? Yeah, Tusk Raider. And we're good to go. Don't need to change banner because the whole premise is Ogress into Stellarix and to give it some more mana. In case we're just using this for +1 green link, and it also creates more green if we want to feed back into, of course, Stellarix. And of course, if you don't have Stellarix, as you guys probably saw the video, I just realized this is the first stream since then. However, if you haven't already seen, if you go over to your troop menu, they have finally fixed the gem and celestial dragons. Now every single week you'll be able to buy one for Dragonite directly. This is always worth it for the 6th dragon, and if you don't want to deal with the RNG, it can also be worth it for the 5th, but it's always worth it for the 6th. So you definitely always want to get your last one this way, and potentially even want to get your second to last one this way. And of course, the most noteworthy one is to go for all of the cosmic dragons, so you can get yourself a Stellarix, so you can start running Stellarix. They haven't nerfed it yet, so it is still absurdly good. But yeah, here's the one of the 6 pieces for it. Of course, we could get gem dragons like 5 weeks in a row. We don't know yet, but at least it started with one of the cosmic dragons, and hopefully it's the one you need. And if not, hopefully the one next week will be the one you need. Anyways, let's go do some Bounty Hunter, I guess, because this is going to be a very Bounty Hunter focused stream. How long does it normally take? I want to say like 50 minutes? 40, 50, somewhere around there. But we're going to keep going until this number says 0. Not that one, this one. Not that one. That one needs to say 250,000. This one needs to say 0. And we'll hand out a few codes along the way, and just go clear out a few other things while we're at it afterwards. Anyways, are we good? I don't think we need to change anything here, just making sure we have the full 24 bonus. Technically it's 30 times, but we're running a Stellarix just to speed things up. The 3 Bounty Hunter method where you run the captain and 2 other max Bounty Hunter troops in order to get 24 times. You can run all Bounty Hunter in order to get 30 times. However, having 1 offset troop, while it does cost you 6 times points per battle, does substantially increase the rate at which you can win. Especially with Stellarix, so Stellarix is not required, but if you do have it, it makes it even easier. Anyways, hello everyone! Oh wait, why is this at the top chat? I hate that so much. We can't just always default to live chat. But anyways, hello Bill Warhammer, hello Mark, hello Ginky, hope everything's been well. Hello Mr. Z, hello Isabel, welcome, welcome. Hello Mark, hello Draco, hello Sushi Ninja. Any word on the game crashing glitch? Oh no, have they fixed that yet? I still have not experienced that a single time on mobile or PC yet. But I know console people were facing that quite a bit. But I haven't been able to test it since I haven't played on console. It's just something we should do at some point. Revisit the Switch version. Gosh, I don't think I've touched the Switch version in like 6 years. A good 5 or 6 years or something. Something absurdly high. I don't think the Switch version even got the most recent patch yet. Because, you know, it's always behind. I think it's mostly affecting Xbox and PlayStation. Hey, didn't PlayStation recently announce their new model of PlayStation? It seems kind of insane how priced it is. Like, I already thought like a Nintendo Switch OLED was pushing it a bit. Because I believe it was like $350. So it was like a, what, $50 upgrade or something, and you still had to completely rebuy a Switch. But gosh, that thing was like almost double the price. Kind of insane. Not the OLED, but the PlayStation 2. The 5.2, whatever they're calling it. I forgot what its name was. The re-release of the PlayStation 5. Which is kind of insane that they're not doing PlayStation 6 yet, because isn't Nintendo doing Switch 2 next year? Which means next-gen consoles. Yeah, $700 for it seems absolutely insane. Nintendo Switch's OLED being like $50 more was already pushing it. And they're like, here you go, have double the price. I don't know, I haven't ever gotten a Xbox console, and I haven't had a PlayStation console since PlayStation 2. And I got my PlayStation 2 when PlayStation 3 already came out, so it was like dirt cheap. And the only reason I even got a PlayStation 2 is because Guitar Hero was pretty big at the time. Like Guitar Hero, I think a few racing games, and what else did I play on it? It's like one other thing, I can't remember what it was. But I've not had a PlayStation since 2. And I've never owned an Xbox console. I don't know, I've never really seen any games on them that have really appealed to me much. Because almost every good game that ever exists on Xbox or PlayStation just gets over to PC eventually anyways. It's only 4 years old? I guess it is pretty recent, isn't it? Oh yeah, it did kind of come out during that pandemic, and then there was the whole hoarding issue, wasn't there? Yeah. I guess it is a little too early. Because I ended up getting the Nintendo Switch late, so it feels like it came out like at a different time to me. Because I didn't get the Nintendo Switch until like 2 years after it was out. I think it was Smash Bros. That finally made me get the Switch. And that didn't come out, I think, until like a year and a half after. Because Breath of the Wild didn't really appeal to me much. Even when I played it, like a couple years ago, or a year and a half when we did Tears of the Kingdom. Because we played through Breath of the Wild first, right beforehand. Oh no, the game just never really hooked me. Though, generally speaking, I'm not too big a fan of open world games, so that could be why. I do like some of its characters, though, of course, like Revali and everything. But the actual gameplay loop just wasn't that much for me. I liked Age of Calamity a lot. But I had completely different gameplay. Let's see, we'll take that one over. Like, whenever I think of Xbox or PlayStation exclusives, nothing really come to mind for some reason. Whereas when I think of Nintendo ones, even if they're not for me, like, I can think of a billion of them. Like, IPs that they still have that are running and thriving. How's the new PC? Oh, it has been amazing. There's still quite a few things I need set up with it, because I keep not doing it. But so far, absolutely everything with the new PC has been amazing. I haven't had a single issue with it. The only one slight weird thing, though it might be my monitor more than my PC, is like maybe once every few hours, the screen will flicker to black as if I blinked. And initially I thought it was because I just blinked. But yeah, my monitor flickers like once every few hours to completely black for like half a millisecond. Which is, like it does it just long enough that it's like, hey, I see that. But I'm not sure what's causing it. Because I got a new, better cord for it already, before I even hooked up the monitor. So I don't think it's that. It's a pretty good quality cord. Because the other one I had was too short. So I had to get a much better one and longer one. But, yeah, I'm not sure what's causing it. Or if there's any way to fix it. But beyond that, there hasn't been a single issue. And that one issue it does have is exceedingly minor. Like during this whole stream, it'll likely not flicker a single time. But when you see it, it's like really noticeable when it happens. Luckily, it doesn't do it on the recording side, or I don't think it does. Yeah, I've never had a monitor this wide before. It's actually kind of insane. I don't think I can ever go back. Similar, gosh, I cannot speak. Similar. What was that? Similar. Similar to when I tried like a few years ago doing like lightweight mice that have, or you know, mouse that has like it basically has like a grid pattern. And when I initially saw it, it was like, yeah, that couldn't possibly be like feel good. But ever since I've been using like a grid pattern ultra lightweight mouse, I don't think I can ever go back. And now that I've used an ultra wide screen, I don't think I can ever go back either. It is so nice. Like there's like 2.5 monitors of room on one single screen. Like it's pretty much the entire width of my desk, which is actually kind of insane. It's even wider than the TV I had. Which I still need to get rid of. Though I still need to go download this stuff to make my Nintendo Switch recording work. I might need to mess around with that one day so we can actually stream on that if we ever want to. You love that? Did my screen just go black or did I blink? I know, I thought it was going crazy at first. But then I realized, oh, it's the actual screen that's doing that. It does it ever so occasionally. Like, I probably only noticed it a dozen times in the last, like, week. But it does it ever so occasionally, but just enough that it's like, hey, I saw that. You just flashed black for half a second. It's not like part of the screen, it's the entire screen at once. It's a very minor issue, though. Could even just be a loose cord or something, though. I highly doubt it. They're in pretty tight. So for a final fight, this is pretty straightforward. There's nothing hard here at all. Alright, we got a really easy bounty hunter week. Though in all fairness, most bounty hunter weeks these days have been pretty easy. We've had some, like, absurdly annoying ones way back in the day, but, I don't know, they've all been pretty tame lately. Ever since they kind of changed the algorithm of how the teams get made for bounty hunter, or whatever the system they have for it, it's been really tame since then, and it's been at least a couple years now, if not longer. Also helps using Stellarex. Stellarex is also a big difference, of course. As he's only been around for, what, now, a year? Yeah, it's only been a year. So it still kind of surprises me with how, like, meta and ingrained into the game he is these days. Stellarex has only been out for about a year. He came out, like, what, October last year, I want to say? Give or take a little. So yeah, it's only been about a year so far. Which also means the next set of Cosmic Dragons should be in about another month or two. That's why I mentioned during the video that hypothetically we might be getting one in November. Because in about a month or two we should, if they're going to keep doing one every year, the next set of dragons should be in 1 to 2 months from now. Likely around the time of next patch of 8.2. And since we just had 8.1, it's going to be at least a good month before then. Which would put us in October or early November. Because we're likely getting 2 more patches. An 8.2 in late October, early November. That will likely bring in the new set of dragons and whatever other tweak they do. And then, of course, the December update that they always do every year. Those are like the last 2 updates we'll get this year. Next update being the dragons and whatever other small thing they do. And then the slightly beefier update probably being before the holiday. Unless next update's the beefier update and they just happen to pin the dragons on top of it. Yeah, when I say another set of dragons, I mean with Dragonite. They haven't confirmed it yet, but it's very likely that next patch includes them. They haven't confirmed anywhere that's the case, though, but the fact that this update was pretty heavily based on it makes me think it's probably possible. Because it seems like something they want to do every year now. No, we'll find out. There's been other things they started doing every single year and then went like 5+ years without doing again. Most notably the Power Orb Dragons, or Power Orb Mythics, or Boss Troops, whatever you want to call them. They originally were doing that every year, so I was like, oh yeah, they're going to just do this every year then. And then they went like 5 years without releasing one, and it's like, okay, when are we getting one again? So who knows? Because they've done that in the past. Yeah, that's the reason I think it's going to happen as well. Is they very specifically added the targeting of the dragons this update. Which makes it very likely, especially with how they worded it, that they're going to be doing more. And as more would likely be very soon. Hello, Sani! Welcome, welcome. Hope all's been well. Gosh, I love Bounty Hunter with Stellaric so much. I've never seen a troop trivialize a game mode so hard before. It's actually insane what it's like with and without. Of course, there are other options for damage. It doesn't have to be him, but gosh, does he do it well. As I keep forgetting, I can't be using the new Bounty Hunter troop. He does have a double tap, so when there's only one enemy left, he actually does hit pretty hard. He's in for like 120 something damage. Which out of everything on my team that isn't Stellaric is the highest amount of target damage we have. So I actually probably should be using him occasionally. As, not counting Stellaric's cast, he is our highest damage we could do per cast on the team. When there's only one unit left. Like right now would be a perfect time. Because that was, what, 122 damage right there. Not bad. Did I forget? Did I blink and forget to unblink? Yeah, it's pretty much what the monitor flickering is like. It's not that big a deal though. But yeah, I really need to go get set up the rest of my stuff with this computer. I still haven't gotten a Photoshop alternative to make thumbnails. I still haven't gotten a video editing software on this. Mostly because I'm planning on buying one probably for a couple $100 instead of using free versions of various ones. I think I'm going to finally commit to one. Like a pay once kind of option, not a, you know, pay forever thing like Adobe. Honestly, I've never used Adobe's video editor, so I'm not, like, attached to it like I somewhat am to Photoshop. Which I've been getting somewhat used to not using Photoshop, but it still hurts not having access to Photoshop anymore. But, I don't know, it's not that big a deal. But for the video editing, I'm not, like, attached to their video editor, so any video editor that can get stuff done would be fine. I'm considering DaVinci or whatever it's called. I forget its name. I was using the free version on my other computer some. But I've never actually tried the paid version or even know how much different the paid version is, so I might try that. I think it's almost like $200 though, but who knows, maybe they're having a sale right now. Let's hope. But I do need to go do that over the next week or so. I keep putting it off. Mostly because I did all, like, the really essential stuff first and then didn't bother with the rest. I had everything needed to do stuff, and then it's like, yep, I'm just going to start doing stuff. And I just kept ignoring all the few things I still need to go do with it. About next week or so, it should be pretty much everything I need for everything. Hello, Chad! Welcome, welcome. Still trying to get used to everything with it, though. Still a bit to get used to. Particularly how big the screen is. I'm not used to having so much space. It's also weird whenever I make anything full screen because the screen is so absurdly large that I can't really put anything in full screen without it looking weird. I would say that's the only really big downside of having an ultra wide screen, is you can never really use the full screen mode on anything. Because while most things do scale to it properly, they're not really made to be displayed on such an absurdly wide screen. It's really funny what it does to some pages because they were never intended to be that wide. Also, still trying to get used to Windows 11. It's not that bad. I thought it'd be way worse. I'm still not like the biggest fan of it, but I'm adjusting. I just hate not knowing where everything is. Like, I'll find out like every other day something that's in a completely different location where I'm used to it being. So what are you doing surviving with 1 HP? Alright, we're already halfway done with Bounty Hunter. It's as easy as that. We're not even, actually, how far are we in? We're not even, like 15 minutes in, because most of that time was talking. We were like 15 minutes into Bounty Hunter, and we're like halfway done already. It's actually amazing how quick Bounty Hunter is now compared to when it first released. I remember when Bounty Hunter first came out, I think we were spending like 3 to 5 hours per week, depending on how hard the final fight was, to get it done. Now we do it in like 30, 40 minutes. We complete out the entirety of Bounty Hunter. Out of any game mode in the entire game, I feel like it is the one that has gotten the biggest amount of speed increase compared to when it was first launched. Because, of course, a lot of them do future-proof a little bit with how they scale up. But out of every single game mode, I don't think any has gotten quicker than Bounty Hunter at launch compared to Bounty Hunter now. Yes, hello, Outlander. Welcome, welcome. Because back in the day, if you were running a triple team for Bounty Hunter, you were running with like Yagway or something. Which is still not bad to do if you didn't have better options. But it is definitely a big speed difference. Legends are... Oh yeah, true. That is actually really true. Legends Reborn is actually absurdly quick now. But that's because design-wise it got quick, not like things being added to the game being quick. Because Bounty Hunter structurally is the exact same, but the speed is so much quicker. The thing that makes Legends Reborn so much quicker now is they structurally changed how much you have to do it. Now instead of having to wait across 2 weeks to do it 5 times, you get it done literally instantly within a week. And you can do it within the first like 5-10 minutes. But yeah, that one is a pretty big speed increase. Because not only do you have to only go through the quest line once, you only have to go through it on like the lowest difficulty. Before it would scale through like 5 different difficulties, getting somewhat hard for newer players all the way at the 5th section. However, now you just do it at like the lowest difficulty setting. Like even in mid-game, you could one-shot how easy they are. Because they're only in like the 40 or 50 stats. Even just something with a good boost ratio could kill it, like Queen Titania. Hey, hello, Lander, if I didn't already say hi. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Also, hello, Logic Slayer. Welcome, welcome. You gave Mr. Z a high five on the leaderboards, yeah. They still have that mechanic thingy. I feel like it might be hard for newer players to try to get that max. Because I don't feel like people hand out those little thingies much. Other than maybe in global chat. And there actually is a pet locked behind it as well. That one prestige pet thingy. Back in the day, it used to not be maxable, but of course now with pet orbs it is. Yeah, let me go ahead out of code. Do I even have my code section open? I do not. 1 second. Oh yeah, that's something I need to move on to the new computer too. I'm still doing this off the old computer. And by old computer, I mean the previous one we were using, not the previous one. Not the dead one. Rip the dead one. 11 years strong. But there you guys go, enjoy. I think the sadder moment, well, I guess a similarly sad moment. I guess a sadder moment is the current one. But I'll be sad when my current side computer dies as well. Because that one's also been through a lot. I think the funniest thing about the current side computer is that's the one that still has the broken monitor, by the way. With the exposed wires in the corner. It's technically a laptop, but I can't really travel with it because of how the thing is. I think what I'm going to do if I ever do go and travel soon, either for family trip or to see family trip or to see friends or something, I think I'm going to try to unscrew it. First figure out what kind of screw I even need to unscrew it, or, you know, screwdriver. And try to see if I can unscrew the thing that's locked. The main reason I haven't is because I'm concerned like the whole screen will start doing something weird if I take it out. However, if I can remove it, I can actually close the screen, meaning I can travel with it. Because the thing that's preventing me from traveling with it is there's like this exposed piece of metal that makes it so you can't close the screen. But if I can close the screen, Yeah, I can start traveling with it and use it as a travel, you know, an actual laptop, and not just a stationary computer. The only other concern, I guess, would be the exposed wires if they're like checking it at an airport thingy. But there has to be some kind of way to kind of cover it or something. I'm just concerned with tinkering with it and then the screen stops working. There'd still be alternatives, but, you know, then you can't really ever use it as a laptop if that was to happen. And then again, I say that. They probably have those little travel screens you can hook up to a laptop, probably. Not sure why you would normally need them, unless your laptop screen broke. There's enough broken laptop screens out there that I'm pretty sure that's a product that exists. So where's all of our mana? We've taken like 3 turns and it feels like we still have 0 mana. The struggle of not being able to get into your mana accumulator. Oh, this thing in the final fight's kind of annoying, the 25% revive guy. I wonder where that kept coming from. Be a 25% revive of Dragonet on someone here, you. It's a really weird one they added out of nowhere. And a handful of troops ended up getting it. Dragonet back in the day used to be the best way to apply random stats effects to your enemy. These days, obviously not the case. Actually, even back then, I think Essence of Evil did exist alongside it, so... It was never, like, the best way. Actually, yeah, it was. Because I think Essence of Evil came a little bit after Dragonet. I'm pretty sure we got the Dragon Kingdom before we got the Human Kingdom of Darkstone. I can't remember at this point. But it came a pretty similar time, but I think Dragonet did come slightly earlier. Because I recall using Dragonet to try to get like every negative stats effect onto a unit. And I wouldn't have been trying to do that if Essence of Evil existed at the time. So if I'm not mistaken, I believe they added how many random effects it gives. I believe this was lower initially, and then they upped it a little. As they added more negative effects to the game. Alright, 4 more fights. We'll still be about what I mentioned earlier, like 30,000, 40,000 short. But that will just finish off the rest of the weekend. And by Sunday night, we'll be good to go. Honestly, Bounty Hunter is not even worth doing these days. The only reason I do it is it's so quick. And because we have the gems for it. It used to be really useful because it has 2 major orbs with Chaos on it. But nowadays, with how much you can get from Vault Event weekends, it's not that good of a deal. Do you think we need to get more options to getting Dragonite? I think the biggest issue with Dragonite is you either have to pay a bunch of gems or get really lucky. The only time you can infinitely farm it realistically is during Vault Event weekends, which is only 1 weekend every year. I mean, every month. Luckily, it's pretty consistently every 4 weeks, so you normally don't have to wait that long. But, yeah, they could definitely still add more ways of getting it. There's a lot of resources we still need more ways of getting. Most notably deed books, of course. But over time, they've slowly been adding more and more. Also, hello, Crisp! Welcome, welcome. Hope all's been well. Alright, this resummon is starting to get a little annoying. This 25% is feeling closer to 40%. Getting on the unluckier side. Alright, there should be a Valraven here, hopefully. There it is, and that should be our last Valraven. And that should bring us about 40,000 points short of completing Bounty Hunter. And we'll just leave it there until later. Also, I'll hand out a code once we get 0 sigils. Then we'll go clear out everything else we need to go do. I think the one that we have to probably do the most is Underspire. Did we have a bad Underspire this week? I'm trying to remember. What even was the event week? Was it something bad? It was Kedar. Oh no, that's not the slowest we could ever get. It's not good, though. Yeah, Kedar could be better. Kedar is like trying to be a Skull Kingdom, but I don't even feel like it does Skull correctly compared to some other kingdoms. It's one of those kingdoms that really badly wants to be a skull-based kingdom, but doesn't fully commit to it. Switch out your last bounty troop for, to the bounty troop with a green storm. This one? I guess a storm would help us a little bit more than Link. But I've just been using the other guy for green Link and green gem creation, though I haven't used the green gem creation a single time. But yeah, having any colored storm would be pretty useful here. Green and brown probably most ideal. But I just went with the +1 green Link for the passive extra green. They both help. But yeah, storm would be slightly higher extra turn chance after doing Ogress. As well as from those explodes to start a battle, having a higher chance to get full mana Ogress. But we're done for now. Alright, let me go hand out another code. Probably hand out like 3 tonight. We'll have another one in a little bit. We'll wait a little while since we just handed out 2 already. But we'll have a third one in a little bit. Oh yeah, next week's Monday, by the way. We'll be handing out the Talk Like a Pirate Day pet. So 2 streams from now. Not Sunday's stream, but Monday's stream. Because this Thursday, I believe, is Talk Like a Pirate Day. And this Wednesday, can we see it? Yeah, we get to Talk Like a Pirate Day pet on Wednesday in game. This is the 2024 one. And I'll be handing out one of the old ones on Monday night. Yeah, this is the in-game one you'll be able to get on Wednesday for 2024. So apparently we have the Halloween event in about a month, which makes sense, is October. Or soon to be October. Is this the new troop? Interesting. I wonder if it's any good. I haven't actually looked it up yet. Is it even on Terran's World yet? Alright, let me go clear out some of the other stuff. Dungeons. Alright, so far so good. Never mind. Scratch that. Alright, let me get cleanse. I don't want to deal with the web. Oh, that's not the team I want. I was running one of the dailies at the end yesterday. I think it was to do Explore. Or, you know, to clear through it twice. I was using a Dust Devil team. And that was the last team I ran yesterday, so it's still showing it as my team. I'm looking for Stellarix build. I'll have one more redeem code in a little bit. And the special Talk Like a Pirate Day one on Monday. Soon, TM. This month has gone by so quickly. I was mentioning on Thursday's stream when we were streaming. Like, Wednesday felt like it, for me, it went by, like, instantly. But honestly, I feel like this whole month has gone by so quickly. Alright, we will be streaming the other game again tomorrow, by the way. We're finally going to be maxing in that game. After a year and a half of on and off playing it in the background, we will finally be able to max. We actually checked how much game time that we have in that game. And it's actually like 6,500 hours. Keep in mind, only like a fifth of that is actually time played. Because a lot of that is like click once, wait 15 minutes kind of gameplay. But yeah, it was like 6,500 hours. It's kind of insane. Is how long it took us to max. If you try focusing on it and not AFK everything, I think it's normally close to like 2,000 hours. Which is still an obscene number. Like when we do Brighter Shores, supposedly it only has a few hundred hours of content at launch. So doing similar should only take like 300 to 500 hours, maybe less. It's kind of insane how grindy that MMO is. I think Old School RuneScape's pretty notorious for being like one of the grindiest games in existence. But we like grind games. And when we max tomorrow, we can finally start playing the game. Alright, we did that. Don't need to do anything there. Yep, no problem for the codes. We'll have another one in a little bit. Oh yeah, I saw this earlier. We got a good handful of gems here. 60 gems today. Very nice. Because I saw that we had to do all adventure board tasks, so I then checked what adventure board was. And yeah, 60 gems. Not bad at all. Let's go take it. Clear through this. What other game mode do we have to go do a ton today? Oh yeah, Underspire. I haven't put it in the title. Because I don't think I've touched Underspire since Monday, so we got a lot to go do. So of course, we're still just doing the Zone 4 method, where we go through the first 4 zones and then just clear out as many dead-end rooms as we can, spending 50 gems per day. It's only 350 gems instead of about 1,000. The only big downside is it doesn't give us double gold elite or the Dragonite at the end or anything like that, but it makes up for it for how much time it saves. It saves about 700 gems a week and probably about 2 hours of doing Underspire a week, especially with how slow the final 2 zones are. Like, each zone is almost an hour, depending on how bad the teams are in a given week. Maybe not that long, maybe closer to half an hour, so it saves like an hour each week and 700 gems, which adds up over time. But it does cost us a few loot, like not getting double gold elite medal, or the orb, whatever you want to call it, as well as not getting like that Dragonite drop. Actually, I forget, what zone 5's drop? I remember what 6 and 7 are. Like 7 is the Dragonite with the pet orb. 6 obviously the one that we double gold on. I can't remember what you get from 5. Gems are meaningless now? I don't know, there's still a lot of stuff to use gems on. There's a lot of things to still use gems on. Though I do feel like if you have an end game amount of gems, it's really hard to hit 0 gems. Like if you're keeping up with every daily, weekly vault event weekends, you pretty much never hit 0 gems later in the game. As you're progressing through the game, you definitely will constantly. But once you finally have most gem sinks done and start to get like 20,000 plus gems, you basically stay above 10,000 forever at that point. But of course, they're still good to hoard. They could easily have an update that sinks tens of thousands out of nowhere. Like, take the Dragonite gems. Let's say you don't have enough Dragonite and you still want to go get them. But just keep in mind, even though they recently added a system to get the Dragonite dragons easier, there's a 1-year grace period whenever they add a new one. So you're still going to have to interact with the old system in order to go get the dragons. Which means you can have to go through 20 eggs, 30 eggs, 50 eggs to go and get them if you get unlucky enough. Excuse me. Oh, gosh. Actually, I think the dog has been getting me sick. It has, like, a really bad rash. And I noticed on my leg, I've been getting, like, a little rash there as well. And it's like, oh, no, the dog got me this rash. It got it from something outside. And it's starting to get me sick. It's been to the vet and everything, no worries. It's on like a pill and a shot thingy for it. I have no clue what the rash is. They're not fully sure, so they've been trying a couple different things over the last few weeks. But now I'm starting to get itch rashed. I'm pretty sure it will go away naturally. So I haven't been using anything on it. Okay, we did that, we did that. What do we still have? Underspire. I'm saving this for last, though. We do have a lot of Underspire to go do. I think we're only in Zone 1 right now. Yeah, we haven't even found a door in Zone 1 yet. Oh, I haven't even looted that room. We need to go do that. Oh, no, never mind. We did do Zone 1. We're in Zone 2 right now. I'm trying to find a door in Zone 2. I see what's happening. Alright, and then we have PvP. Alright, let's actually do Bounty Hunter first then. I mean, not Bounty Hunter, I mean Underspire. So let me go grab the one dead end room over here. Oh, we save all the dead end rooms for the stream. Oh yeah, did you guys see the presidential debate? We were talking about it some on the previous stream. But yeah, that was definitely something. No, we did not eat the dog. But yeah, that debate was definitely something. I still wish Kamala Harris would have talked about more things than she did, though. Because I'm still really skeptical on her as a presidential candidate. Her VP pick is amazing, though. Tim Walz. You have to keep in mind, when she ran for president the first time, she was so unpopular that in her own state, she got like 5% of the vote. When she ran for president the first time around, she got 5% of the vote in her own state when she was running for president. Like, there's definitely a lot of things with her that's still kind of sketchy. I think she was actually the first one who dropped out as well during the, when she first ran for president. There was like a dozen people running at the time. You stay out of politics. It was actually pretty viewed. I think that the bait got like 70 million views or something absurdly high. Like it basically got Super Bowl numbers. I didn't think it would be that popular, but yeah, apparently it was. Like it literally got Super Bowl numbers. I said, hello, Anderson. Welcome, welcome. You remember you talking about getting to 10k gems way back then? Yeah, I always feel like 10k was the threshold. If you get past most of the gem sinks in Gems of War, and then get 10k plus gems, you basically have infinite gems forever. As long as you're keeping up with like Vault Event weekends and everything. And obviously tribute here and there. I gotta remember to actually double the other one when we get there. But then again, I think we're actually gonna get that far. I highly doubt we're getting through 2 zones with 30. It is technically possible to, with 30 torches, get through the next 2 sections, but we'd have to get, like, perfect path twice. You get 4 times Aguaria? Nice. I'm trying to remember which one Aguaria is. Like if it's actually worth having more than one of. As long as the first one wasn't a repeat, that's still not too bad though. They're kind of funny getting 4 of all the same. Because that's what, event key drop table this week, right? Wait, Aguaria. Why do I forget what Aguaria is? Aguaria. Oh. Oh, you actually went for 4 times Aguaria? Well, keep in mind, if you were opening Glory Gem Guild or VIP chests prior to today, you had a 100% chance of getting her. She was still the exclusive mythic and drop table. But if you start opening them now or later, yeah, she's not in the exclusive thing and drop table anymore. Today's the first day that's not since she's been released. There are some teams that do use 3 of her, by the way. The biggest downside of those teams, though, is that she creates mana drain gems. So unlike something like Dwarven Gate that can cycle mana up to 15, the problem with her is she, on her final trait, has like a mana drain gem, whereas this doesn't. So you can keep cycling this with 15 mana or below troops. But you can technically do her with 24 or below, which allows you to do mythics. Because, you know, most mythics go up to 24 or so. The problem is she creates 3 mana drain gems every turn, which is actually a downside, not a plus side to her when you're using her like that. It's the weirdest design choice I feel like they made with her. Because otherwise, she'd basically be a 24 mana Dwarven Gate instead of a 15 mana Dwarven Gate, as far as how much mana you can cycle. But the fact that she creates a mana drain gem essentially allows her to counter herself, which is really bad. It's something I wish they would have changed with her. Like, pretty much any other final trait, even a useless one, would have been better than what she has currently. As the one she currently has actively works against her. Like, one of the core strategies you could potentially use with her is basically obsolete due to her final trait. It might mean he got all 4 in one draw. That'd be insanely lucky if so. I don't think I've ever gotten more than 2 mythics in a single draw. Never got the triple or the quad. I haven't gotten the double a couple times though. Alright, which one of these seems the most likely? I feel like it's this one. Probably all dead end though. But we're already 1 room deep. We're too far in to back it down now. So I like how I take the 1 mana I don't use. I see an undead team and it's like, yeah, we definitely use blue. It's actually weird. I didn't realize that till just now. We built a 4 times undead team with no blue somehow. Like that's one of the core colors of undead. These are all dead ends. Oh no. Oh, we already committed to it. Is there a reason why you went for 4 of the new mythic? Because there is a team that uses 3. But it's a little bit clunky unless you don't have its final trait. But I guess even if you have the final trait, I guess it's not the worst to deal with. I haven't actually tried it because I didn't bother getting through. But since it's your turn where the mana accumulation occurs, you can always just deny the mana drain gem if they're in play. The problem is there's a lot of times where you're not going to be able to. Genki got Gemini 4 times. Oh, that's kind of funny because she's a Gemini. So she went for 4. Oh no, she ended up getting 4 luckily. I mean. After how many battles can you do chess battles in Underspire? But they can be in any dead end. They don't really have any pattern other than just being in dead end rooms. Like how far they are off of primary path is pretty sporadic. Yeah, that one submerge is going to be a little annoying. But a Death Mark clearing it out is definitely helpful. That's not good. Well, let's go take our 3rd dead end. We already gamed this far. We'll take all 3. You can do them right away. The only reason you normally see me waiting is because I save them for the stream. But no, you can immediately do the dead end rooms when you find them. The loot dead end rooms. The only reason you sometimes see me leaving some behind, like these, at the beginning of a stream, or not at the beginning of, you know, at some point during the stream, is just because I like opening them on stream. In case we do get the troop. But no, you can open them immediately like we are right now with this one. There's no penalty to waiting or doing them immediately, just as long as you do them before the end of the week. The only reason I sometimes stall them is to save them for the stream. What's up, Tyrion? Welcome, welcome. Oh yeah, Tyrion, don't we have to do that thingy this weekend? I almost forgot about that. Have you two already done it? Because I still haven't gotten the thingy yet. Because wasn't this the last weekend for it? Alright, we can do it tonight. Just poke me on Discord after and I'll go do it. Should be done in the next half an hour or so. It's probably best to open them immediately so you know if you have extra torches. Well, I buy the same amount every single week regardless. Though that is helpful if you're going deeper than what we're doing. Like if you're actually going all the way to zone 6, it is good to know what you have immediately. Because in that case you could save hundreds of gems potentially. But saving only like 50 gems means almost nothing when we're doing this method. You got to Diamantina today? Nice. That's actually pretty early, isn't it? Yeah, it's Friday. Because normally it's like Saturday or Sunday by the time you get to it. Yeah, it's pretty rare to get a Friday completion. If you're only buying like tier 2s or something. Unless you're buying tier 3 every day. If you're only doing tier 2s, then yeah, Friday completion's really rare. That's some good pathing right there. Also, we found a double dead end room we could take later. No, Lester, that's not the code. Though we have handed out 2 codes, we'll hand out another one in a little bit. Maybe once we fully finish out Underspire here and run out of torches. Because the rest of the time I'll probably just mess with some PvP. Do the basic dailies over there. Actually, I've been skipping on a couple days. Like, I think I skipped it twice so far this week. The PvP daily. I just hate those Valhawks. I'll do part of the daily, but I keep skipping the Valhawks. I did that when I was seeing family too. Unless I like passively got them, I would just skip them. Because I hate how variable they are. Like if you get unlucky, you're spending like half an hour doing Valhawks. I keep forgetting, this guy's cleanse. I keep thinking like, oh, we're frozen, but yeah, he has 4 times cleanse, it doesn't matter if you're frozen. Oh no. Wait, what? Oh no! It's the path over there. That's unfortunate. Hello, Lester! Welcome, welcome. Hello, banana quitter. Oh yeah, does Lester not play Gems of War anymore? I think you mentioned that earlier. Actually, didn't he used to be in Genki's guild? Does Genki even still have a guild anymore? Now that she doesn't play. Blame Genki? You got in 97 rooms this week? Nice. Yeah, anything under 100 completion is pretty nice. There is a guild, it's just no longer a Genki's. I guess that makes sense. Hey, that reminds me, Isabel, are you still here? How's the Puzzle Quest 3 guild going? Do you still even play Puzzle Quest 3? I haven't checked up on that game in a while. I do want to do it some week, just to kind of see the... Because they must have done a lot of changes. It's been like 3-4 years now or something. It's been a good while. Oh, we found another double dead end room. Well, we know where to cash in when we finish later. All of our spear torches. 2 double dead end rooms just sitting there, ready to go. Or 2 sets of double dead end room, I should say. Lost Kingdom lost its members. I don't know, there's been some guilds over the years that have like miraculously fallen apart out of nowhere. It happened to Matchmatchers, which was like the biggest OG guild. It happened to Anonymous. It happened to Interim. Not quite sure what happened to those two though, Anonymous and Interim. Because those were like the 2 like mega guilds for a big part of the game's history. And now they've kind of both just died out. First Interim and then a little bit later Anonymous. Hey, I found it. There it is. Alright, 2 double dead ends for later. Let's go grab this and head through the door, I guess. Oh yeah, and as, who was it? As Tyrion mentioned, definitely feel free to leave a like on a stream. Helps a lot and is greatly appreciated. You buy tier 3 on Monday and then tier 2 on every other day and then tier 1 or 2 on the last 2 days. Okay, that makes sense. Yeah, my guild used to be a 2 guild thing. And then at one point we got as small as half a guild. Because we made like a second guild at one point. And then that broke into its own guild that separated from us. And then half of our own guild at one point left us. For reasons I still don't understand. But, yeah. So at one point we were down to like half a guild from 2 full guilds. Oh, so hello, AFCB. Welcome, welcome. Did you miss much? We did most of Bounty Hunter. Beyond that, we're kind of just going through some Underspire and then probably doing a little bit of PvP the rest of the time. Also, I'll hand out the final code to stream once we finish out Underspire here. One of the top 25 guilds has only 1 member. Oh, gosh. You know what I think killed some of the guilds in recent year? Is the lack of guild wars. It was the most competitive area in the entire game. And of course the mega guilds were getting like basically 1,500 free gems every month from it. But I think that was one of the bigger things that actually killed a lot of the big guilds. Is the temporary removal of guild wars. Because while most guilds were getting barely anything from Guild Wars, the biggest guilds in the game are getting like 1,000 plus gems a week. Like 1,000 or 1,500. And then to go from that to 0 is quite a big shift. Temporary, yeah. They still haven't added it yet. We're actually getting close to Guild War being out of the game for longer than since it was first added. Because I believe Guild Wars was added about 1.5 to 2 years into the game's life cycle. And we're almost at the 1-year mark of no Guild War. Meaning we're actually getting dangerously close to Guild War being temporarily removed for longer than when it was originally added. Which is actually insane if it ever passes that number. I feel like they'll be re-adding it before then. They're probably doing it early next year. But there is a chance that it actually passes that number, which would be insane. Yeah, one more year without Guild War, and it would actually surpass how long it was since it was first added. Because I believe it came out in 2015 at some point. Or sorry, 2016, I mean. And the game originally launched in 2014. Actually, with that being said, the 10-year anniversary of the game is in 2 months. In November. So 2 months from now is the big old 10-0. Not sure if they're doing anything for it, but they gotta be doing something. What exactly, we don't really know, other than most likely a patch around that time. That's likely when we're getting the next patch. Instead of a late October patch, we're likely getting a really early November one for the 10-year anniversary. I guess to coincide with it, not directly for it, but you know what I mean. You got into a nice, decent guild? Nice. It's 1.2 million requirement per week, but some people do like 15 million. I'm not sure if there's too many people that go way up beyond in my guild these days. We have a 2 million requirement. Sometimes some people do. I feel like most weeks people just do bare minimum, though. Let me go check. Who's our biggest overachiever this week? Yep, tribute's ready. I'm going to make a bet it's only like 5 or 6 million, though. Which is still good, though. Let me claim the rest of these, I guess. Roster, search by gold. Yep, 8 million. Hey, it's Isabel. Thank you for the carry, Isabel. Oh, so hello, G Bone. Welcome, welcome. We're at the 2.6. If you're wondering why we both have exactly 2,610,000, it's because when you spam click through one of the things on Monday, this is the exact amount that you get up to. Which is why we both have such a weird number. Also, I got that perfect 000 at the end. It'll drive me crazy otherwise. 1 billion gold. I think Zala also reached 1 billion recently. Alright, next. We did that, we did that, we did that. I think we only have PvP left. We did that. Oh yeah, raids. Should I help my guild with raids? I guess. Okay, let me go hand out a code. I did say I would hand out the final code when we hit 0 sigils for Underworld. Or Underspire, I mean. Alright, there you guys go. Final code to stream. Enjoy, everyone. But yeah, let's go help out the guild with this mode. Because we're slacking a bit. Though today should be the last day we need to do it. Because after today, I think we'll have enough points that we don't need to worry about it anymore. Maybe they got tired of carrying the guild leader during guild event weeks. Well, we carry our weight. I'm pretty sure we're only second to last right now. See, look. We're not dead last. This guy's probably on vacation. See, we're not dead last. Out of anyone who's done more than one battle, we are last. I just really hate the teams that we have access to this week. Like, they're not the worst things ever, but they're definitely clunkier than an average week. But I am still using the quick kill team at the higher level range, which could be a slight problem. But hey, it's getting the job done. If we can get some lucky death marks in there. Is Gems of War fun? Oh yeah, Gems of War is pretty fun. Really addicting gameplay loop. A little grindy at times, but everything is grindable. You're generally not going to really get paid walled. Like, you can do pretty much everything for free. And there are quite a few people that do. It might just take a little bit longer. But pretty much every resource is infinitely grindable. So I gotta keep remembering to cast him. He has double magic during this game mode, which is very important for one-shotting stuff. He logged into 19 legendary task completions. Nice. Yeah, that's something my guild hasn't done for a while. Trying to reach like a stretch goal and contribution for that. See if we can hit like 1,000 one week or something. Actually, 1,000 might be pushing it. That means every single person would have to do like 33 million. But something like 300 realistic. That's like 10 million a person. If we ever have like a stretch goal week. A lot of people probably have that laying around anyways. Like, how much gold do I have laying around these days? I keep forgetting. It kind of keeps piling up because I just use like generally bare minimum a lot of weeks. So I think we're sitting on like 40, 50 million right now. Yeah, we're at like 40 million gold just sitting there. You just dump 30 million whenever we feel like it. Maybe we'll do it for our birthday, aka also the 10-year anniversary of the game. I'll probably save it for that and just dump like 30 million at once. Let's go help the guild finish out raids. We're pretty much there. We're at the final reward thingy right now. And we're still like dead last. Catch you later, Sonny. And no problem for all the codes. Enjoy. I just realized I never did change my face cam since I moved the thing. I didn't realize I'm actually blocking the thing. I'll make it smaller. There we go. We'll go even smaller. How small can we go? There we go. I forgot, since we streamed the other game the other day, I moved where it was. I do need to get some other layout going here or something. I'm not sure if we're not going to do the green screen. But alright, just need to go get a proper green screen setup functioning. The problem with that is I need to go get better lighting and I need to go get a floor-based green screen. And for now, our setup is fine. If nothing else, it makes it so I don't need to have like a super bright light on my face, which is nice. How's the new PC been doing? Oh, amazing. It has been doing wonderful. Definitely the best I've ever had. By quite a margin. It looks like we have about 6 or 8 battles left. And I might as well do them all. Because tonight's the last day we'll have to do any of these battles. Might as well do max contribution. The max bare minimum. What is the final season reward for getting Glacia to level 20? It's just more copies of Glacia. No, it's literally just more Glacia souls, which is kind of funny. Yeah, getting to level 20 just gives you like 45 Glacia souls or whatever it is. The same as all the other tiers for the final reward. Oh yeah, that reminds me. I think I'm getting the final gold mark reward for PvP today. Which means I would have gotten 100% of all gold marks you can get during the season. We're actually getting that today. Actually, I'll go get that as soon as I finish out this fight right here. Actually. Because I forgot, that was something I was checking when I was doing the PvP last night. And I'm like, oh, today will be the day we finish, or tomorrow, I mean. But, you know, yesterday. Tomorrow, as in today. Will be the day that we finally get all the gold marks. We've had a good majority of them early on. But, yeah, we're finally going to finish it now. So let me go do that right after this fight, actually. Because we are ready to go on it. Alright, get one more Deathbringer. And I just need this to die to something. Boom. Yeah, let me go head over there right now. If I go check on PvP right now, and I click on, not that. Click on... Well, so you can tell we've been skipping the PvP some days. We're not even at the booster yet. But if I go check, PvP season, we have claimed, obviously, all these. We got this in the first few days. However, if you check this, we have claimed the burning marks from every single category, except for one. Win Guardian battles. So let's go do that. All I have to do that for is either Construct or Divine. Which one of these is less annoying? What do I think it's Divine? Is it Divine? I'm trying to think what the Construct team would be these days. I feel like Construct has a lot, but it has a lot of tanky stuff as well. So yeah, I'm probably going to go for Divine here, I think. Plus we get some free silver marks out of it. Right, let's go to Divine. What Divine team do I want? Oh yeah, can't we use Takshaka? Isn't that a funny thing we can go do? Because isn't Takshaka Divine? Interesting. Yeah, I'm fine with that. Found our team. Alright, good to me. Immortal Aquaria into 3 Takshaka. That works for me. Oh, we got potion gems as well. That's scary. Oh, you better not miss. You missed. Are the Apocalypse troops any good? No. I would say in the current state of the game, they should be some of the last things you ever go for. The main reason being, they don't count towards kingdom upgrades. They are currently unassociated to any kingdom. So all the Apocalypse troops should be the last things you ever get ever in the game. In the current state of the game. Famine is an okay mana drainer. But beyond that, none of them are really useful anyways. But due to how kingdom upgrades work, you should actually ignore every single Apocalypse troop. And only get them when you're like nearly have everything in the game. Or accidentally get them from a drop table. But otherwise, you should pretty much just ignore them. Even Famine, I feel like I haven't used in years. It's the strongest one of the Apocalypse troops. Even that's not particularly relevant these days. They nerfed him twice. Most notably when they added immune to mana drain. But they also nerfed him directly in the past, back when he was like the entire meta of the game. But after all the nerfs, he just became pretty much unusable. Still the best mana drainer in the game, but there's just so few situations where that's relevant. Compared to just winning quicker. Not to mention the billion things that have immune to mana drain these days. But still okay if the team you happen to be up against has like 0 things with immune to mana drain. That's very rare though. That big miss is not ideal. This thing has barrier too to make this even worse. Somehow not dead. How did that miss? There's so much mana. Don't do it. Just trying to win. Don't do it. Alright, we're good. And that should be objective complete, correct? Unless I'm misunderstanding what a champion thingy is. But that should be every gold mark you can possibly get during the season achieved. Oh yeah, that's something else they did in the most recent patch. I haven't really noticed it much because we haven't seen the potion gem mechanic come up too much. But they fixed the soft lock that happens when you trigger the potion gems and you're not allowed to cast one of your abilities but have to take a gem off the board. They end up fixing that in the most recent patch. So you're never going to get locked up like that, ever. And I haven't seen it yet. Supposedly it's fixed, but yeah, I haven't seen the bug since then, so seems like they actually did fix it. Alright, there we go. And now if we go over to PvP season, we have officially claimed every possible gold mark you can have. Obviously, we still have some of the ones that we need for the Glacia, but I don't plan on getting all these. But we should be able to get, let's see, 15 more Guardian battles. Is there enough time? There might be. 3 weeks. Yeah, as long as I don't forget to do some of them, we should be able to do it by then. Because I think there's still like 16 of them left. So as long as I only miss one at max, we can get that. This will be done easily, even if I skip some days. The only one we're not going to hit, literally the only reward that we're not going to hit is hitting Perfect. The reason I'm not doing this is because I basically would have to double my amount of rank. Because for it, you need 560,000. So we would need a double, nearly double how much we've done over the last 2 months in order to get that. And it's just for 45 Glacier copies. That is exceedingly not worth it. That is ultra, ultra, ultra not worth it. So that'll be the one and only goal I will not be achieving during the duration of the PvP season. It's the one for having 560,000 total VP. It's just not worth it. Yeah, this one we will get as long as we don't skip or accidentally skip them. This one we'll get even if we do skip some. And every other objective is already completed. Alright, let's go claim our last burning marks, I guess. That way we can save them for next season. You know what? Maybe we'll save them for next season. In case we get like one of those little idle thingies from it. Plus, I think we already have a billion enough copies of Glacia already. Well, that one doesn't really target Glacia, though. It kind of gives you a wide drop table, but still, I'll save it for next season, I think. Okay, so, with all that out of the way, yeah, I guess we'll go do our Valhawks real quick, and then, grab our gold marks. I believe it's mech and something else. Yeah, mech and something. It's mech and dwarf? Ew. Do I even want to bother with dwarf? I might just do mech. Honestly, don't even want to bother doing the dwarf one. Alright, let's just go get some magic real quick, and then we'll go do the mech, and probably just end it there, I think. Also, we'll probably go claim 3 to deed books as well, and see if we can get anything shiny from it. AKA purple deed book. Or when you have all the diamonds to get all the troops you need in Soulforge, yeah. Takes a while to get to that point. But once you do, you have like infinite diamonds. But you do generally want to wait like very long on the Apocalypse troops. They're like the last resort of anything you should be getting. You could even just ignore their existence because they're technically not needed in any way for completion in this game, as they're currently not associated to any kingdom. They're kind of just extra troops that exist. I feel like a lot of newer players might not even know that's a category of troop. Just because unless you get one as a drop, you kind of, or see one as an enemy, which is very rare, you might not even know that there's an Apocalypse category. I guess maybe if you sort by kingdom and you see that alphabetically really high up. It's just one of those weird ones that in the current state of the game, like, doesn't even exist. It's a really dated category. When Mythics first came out, 100% of all Mythics were actually in the Apocalypse category. The first 4 Mythics ever came into the game were all Apocalypse, as well as one that came in a little bit later. But there is a point where 100% of all Mythics were Apocalypse category. And for the first year, they were like 30-something% of all Mythics as well. By the end of the first year. What's sad is we have so little points, yet we're still not even being demoted. We have such a free bracket this week. Okay, I think we'll end it just off these little mech battles. And I'm using the Tina 9000 team. 1 token of Nisha or 1 epic vault key? Ooh. That's a hard one. 1 token of Nisha is more guaranteed value. 1 epic vault key has the potential to be better value, though. It really depends if you want to gamble or not. They're both pretty comparable. Nisha is more consistent value, though. But if you open the epic vault key, you're going to get nothing. Or everything. It's very, very wide range. It's basically the difference between taking a thing and the mystery box. The Nisha is more guaranteed value, but the epic vault key has way higher potential for value. Only problem with mech mirror battles is it's so tanky. Oh, so this is why you run 2 Tinas, by the way. This is exactly why you run double Tina and not single Tina. Because the other Tina can easily 2-3 shot your Tina as well. In the Tina mirrors. They were at one point going to add them to Center Mirage, but it never did. Because Center Mirage at one point was the kingdom with the least amount of troops. They were considering adding every single Apocalypse troop to Center Mirage, but it never did. And now there are kingdoms with way less than Center Mirage these days. Like Volpacia and any of the newer ones. Nexus, stuff like that. Like any added in the last few years or so. Hey, Glory Gnome. It's not Vault Event Weekend. What are you doing here? Of course you can get gnomes whenever. It's just they're way higher rate during Vault Weekend. I should have used Bork to kill the Bork. Oh, there we go. Technically wouldn't have done it directly, but you know, its mana could have. And oh, nice, we high rolled. 1,000 glory, nice. Alright, final fight. And we'll probably end it here for tonight. And then we'll just go open our 3 deed books. You know what? I'll hand on extra code if we get a purple deed book. If we can get a singular purple deed book, we will hand out an extra code. I was gonna be careful. How many codes do I have left? Enough. Oh wow, wait, yeah, never mind, I have enough. We could definitely do that. I'm like, wait, am I running low? No. Not at all. There we go, 16 gold marks, nice. Also, our PvP rating should be right at the booster. Shouldn't be over. Ooh, barely, but we're good. Alright, let's see how we do on the final thing. Let me go get our deed books. Good, I can afford 3. Wasn't sure. Well, you definitely can. Alright, let's go get them. Alright, roll number 1. Not purple. Roll number 2. Purple! Alright, can we double purple? Boo, only 1. But hey, I'll take it. We got a purple. Alright, extra code. Here you guys go. But anyways, any other questions? Anything you guys want me to go over? Otherwise, I will be streaming tomorrow, though it will not be Gems of War. We will be maxing an old school RuneScape. I'll be doing that around noon tomorrow. And how long that will be going for, I have no clue. Might be a while. But yeah, we'll do a stream midday tomorrow for that. And beyond that, of course, Gems of Order on Sunday night. And we'll do all the weekly wrap-up, go over all the weekly stuff, and go from there. And on Monday, we'll have the Talk Like a Pirate Day pet. And on Wednesday in-game, we get the in-game version of it for 2024. But anyways, guys, I hope you all have a wonderful rest of your weekend. Don't forget to go complete out Bounty Hunter. Pretty straightforward this week, but yeah, we do still have that going on. And I will catch you guys later. Goodbye, everyone. And thanks for watching.